be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
And all the different friends and colleagues who have gathered with the Brigidine Sisters to celebrate this great day. Sincerest congratulations on this bicentennial of your congregation. And it's really joy to celebrate this very happy, momentous occasion. For 200 years, under the patronage of St. Bridget, and in the spirit of Bishop Delaney, you have faithfully lived the gospel and served humanity as you made known the love of God manifested in Jesus Christ. And the theme, as has been mentioned, of your celebration is heritage and horizon. Brigidines celebrate a very proud history. Brigidine sisters have lived faithful to the gospel and with a generosity of spirit that has touched the lives of very many different peoples. School children, young women, families, prisoners, and many others. And we gather today to give thanks for the gift of this Brigidine community. We come to celebrate the faithful and the very strong commitment of the sisters down through the age. And it's good today to look back with a sense of appreciation at the heritage of this community, and to look forward with the horizon with hope. And as Sister Anna Craig mentioned, what a heritage. Here, on the 1st of February, Laura Breda, here in Tullow, Bishop Delaney, invited these 6 women. Repeat their names because they should be well remembered. Eleanor Talon, Eleanor Dawson, Catherine Doyle, Bridget Bryan, Judith Whelan, Margaret Kinsella, to be the foundress of this wonderful congregation. And what were the horizons? The horizons and the immediate ones were very difficult, very challenging, very uncertain. We know what their immediate aims were. We need to educate, to teach, and to bring the good news of Jesus Christ. And after a fragile beginning, they began to grow and expand. And the anecdote of Bishop Delaney going to Kildare, getting the old sapling, to bring it here to Tullow, and see it grow into this big oak, tells us much about the story of the Brigidine Sisters. There's many things which will impress you about their history. And one thing strikes me very much is that great effort that they made to go to Australia. When you think in 1883, the sisters went from Mount Rath. 1886, here from Tullow. 1887, from Goresbridge. What a journey it must have been to the unknown. A couple of months on a boat, uncertain maybe whether they'd ever return, meet their families, friends, or country. What a faith it was. What a belief. What a trust. And that, I suppose, is the way in which the sisters, at this stage, are in many different countries. Ireland, Australia, England, Wales, New Zealand, America, Mexico, Kenya, and China. And Bishop Delaney, I suppose, had an inspiration to found the Brigidines. I'm sure he had no concept of how it would grow and evolve over the years. But he wanted to offer a deprived people a good Christian formation. What formation that Pope Benedict calls an education of the heart. And Bishop Delaney believed that it was possible for everyone to have a vibrant, strong, personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And he worked tirelessly as Bishop of Kildare and Loughlin to promote a renewal of education and a renewal of spiritual formation. And his great legacy was the Brigidine Sisters and the Patrician Brothers. And they were imbued very much with his own motto of strength and gentleness. Horizons. Education at all parts and all levels has been, of course, the main apostolate of the Bridgetine Sisters. And today, of course, is involved education much wider, maybe, than would be envisaged when he started. Involved in justice and peace issues, including the trafficking of women and children, asylum seekers, travellers, holistic centres, pilgrimages, and prison and parish ministry. And that wide ministry, I suppose, comes from this idea of Bridget. And as Sister Anna mentioned, in some ways, maybe he didn't actually found a new congregation, but a refounding, in some ways, of the Sisters of St. Bridget, linking the new congregation to the spiritual heritage of Bridget of Kildare. And we have moved, and we must be moved, at the strength and faith of Bridget, which has left an extraordinary legacy across the landscape of the Irish Church. Bridget was a woman of faith, a woman with a great, wonderful understanding of the love of God made known in Jesus Christ. It's no accident that the symbol of Bridget is the simple, in some ways, but that woven Bridget's cross, which we brought up at the beginning of the Mass. That woven cross with the reeds and straws of life. Bridget draw near to the cross of Christ, a place where humanity's need meets God's greatness. But what about the fire? That fire, something exciting, something alive, something active, that Bridget lit in her monastery, and which people have commented on right down to the centuries. The visit of Gerald of Wales in 1180 parked out that that fire had been in existence in 1180, and he says for 600 years. Extinguished at the Reformation, but in 1993 enkindled, or re-enkindled by the Bridgetine Sisters, and put in place by the Council. This time last year, Kildare Local Authority decided to light perpetual flame in the marketplace in Kildare town. And this was taken from the Bridgetine Sisters. A faith that was alive. And Bridget was this woman of faith, the woman of the cross. And she gave this great legacy to us all. When we look at sometimes at the lives of the saints, especially those of maybe the early church in the Middle Ages, maybe the myths, legends, stories which are built out, they very often depict female saints as models of suffering and male saints as models of action. She is certainly as active and effective in her ministry, if not more so, than many of the male saints. And this year, a Bridgetine year in many ways. Later in the year, a number of us will be travelling